If you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high-quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are very different. We're very different because she grew up in like a family of hippies. You know, both her parents are total hippies. And I grew up in a normal family. So it's just very different. Like when I was single, I used to use Irish Spring because I liked it. Then I met my wife, Erin. We move in together. She sees my soap in the shower. She's like, oh, no. What is it? This is terrible. You cannot use this. That has aluminum in it. I didn't see any. She's like, no. You got to use this weird misshapen oatmeal rock I bought from a homeless person at the farmer's market. It's free range. So I'm using her soap. First of all, it hurts because there's like little pebbles in it or something. I don't know. One time I was using it, it cut me. I look at the soap. There's a stick in the soap. I never found a stick in my Irish Spring. That's a big selling point when I buy soap. No sticks.
Your morning blitz begins now.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday. It's going to be a decent one, too. High of about 71. Partly sunny today. All in all, should be pretty nice.
Happy Earth Day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, happy Earth Day. I'm curious as to how this day is going to go because, backtrack for a minute. As I've shared before, I'm staying with a coworker of ours until my family moves down and we get our full-time house. Staying in the oldest daughter's room, who is, out and started her own family. And they were gone last week. Westside Jeff, who works here, and his wife were gone all last week. Went to visit another daughter. And beginning of the week, the bathroom sink, there's a bathroom, in my bedroom, and the bathroom sink got clogged. Uh-oh. And it was just filled with water. And the water would not recede back into the sink. And it was there all week. And so finally, on Sunday, when I saw Westside Jeff, I told him, and he goes, I got to get a hold of this plumber. This plumber's got to get out here and fix it. So the water's been sitting there the entire week. Up until, I get in the shower this morning. And as I'm getting in the shower, I'm washing my hair. And all of a sudden, this huge, crazy bang. And I was like, oh, my God. And I opened my eyes. At the same time, I'm being hit in the head with the door. The sliding doors had fell off the... out of nowhere. They just fell off the... Because it's just it's a stand-up shower. So it's got the two sliding doors. And they just fell off the rail.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
Hit me in the head. And I was like, what the hell? So...
Did the family come running in?
Well, they didn't. I felt awful because, of course, it's 4:20 in the morning or whatever, and I was like, "Oh my God, I want to wake them up." And I get the shampoo out of my head, and I move the doors, and I put them against the wall, and I step out, and I'm like, "Oh my God, that was crazy!" What? And I go to brush my teeth, the water's gone. Out of nowhere, the water's gone, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on around here?" So. I finished getting dressed. I usually keep my backpack next to the nightstand, and as I'm collecting all my things, I put my backpack on the bed to put my computer in there. I go to put on my shoes, which happen to be sitting next to the nightstand, and I've got one shoe. Where the F is my other shoe? I'm looking under the bed. I'm looking under the nightstand. I'm moving clothes. I look like an idiot roaming around this bedroom looking for my other shoe. Thinking I'm going, no, was someone in my room and stole one shoe? The effing one shoe bandit is running around somewhere. And I sit on the edge of the bed and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so I go to move my backpack. Somehow my backpack's sitting on top of my shoe. The zipper had hooked the shoelace and the shoe came with the backpack and it was covered up on the bed the whole time. I don't know what's going to happen today.
At that point, I think I'd have gone back to bed.
I seriously considered it.
I'm not going out of the house.
Not get me today.
Hear me out here.
Okay.
Maybe someone's ready for you to move out, and they're rigging things
100%
to really go
possibility.
sideways.
100% possibility.
This guy's got to go.
Clog the sink, break the doors, shoes are missing. Time for me to go. I'm out. Thanks for the hospitality. Bye-bye. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Yeah. I'm
Vic,
sorry about your morning. That sounds like a rough
start
one.
to your morning?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
no, I had a fine start.
Okay,
I'm
great.
telling you, man.
Did you have your eggs?
I did. I had my eggs, my banana.
Okay. Well, it's going to be a great day then.
I mean, I'm worried about you though.
All I know is I'm not going to leave the studio. And then once I leave, I'm going right home and back to bed. It's just all there is
I
to
hope
it.
nothing falls on you while you're asleep.
I absolutely hope so, too. the light fixture comes down, bang, right on
My
top
God.
of the head.
It's like, what was, oh God, I can't remember the Tom Hanks movie where he's trying to...
Money Pit.
Money Pit.
Yes.
Oh, you're living in Money Pit.
That's exactly how I was going to start this conversation. I was going to say, do you remember the movie Money Pit?
Yeah, that's what you got going
and
on.
the bathtub falls through the floor, and all you can do is laugh. Then at that point,
He sinks into the bed.
Yes.
You know, all that. It's just hilarious.
when he's walking and the carpet just starts to sink and he's stuck.
Yes.
And he has to wait for Shelley Long to come home. He's screaming and she's running around with his feet kicking up above him or up above her. Oh, great movie.
I love how excited he got when they finally got stairs.
Yes.
Stairs.
All right, we got a lot to do, lots to talk about, including your Hell City Tattoo Fest ticks coming up here in about an hour or so. But let's get going with the Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick, what you got for us?
All right, $25 to waterbeds and stuff. You're the first one to text in the correct answer at 99700. This heavy metal singer was doing a solo show in Tampa and just decided to perform the pop hit Pink Pony Club by Chapel Roan. Don't know why, but I'm going to let you hear a clip, and you got to tell us who this singer is.
I'm just having fun on the stage in my age. That's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on.
You hear this singer on this radio station all the time, this heavy metal singer, but he was doing a solo show.
West Hollywood.
So Pink Pony Club is a pop song.
By Chapel Roan, yes. But this
I've never
heavy metal...
heard Pink Pony Club
Oh, really?
before.
You've heard of Chapel Roan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, that's...
She's like the hot new thing, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
another pop star.
Okay.
But yeah, this heavy metal singer doing a solo show, decided to cover that song for whatever reason. Who is that singer? Tell us at 99700. Be first, get the gift card.
All right, let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick, what you got?
All right, we asked who this heavy metal singer was who the other night at a solo show in Tampa decided to cover this song by Chapel Roan called Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing now. The Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood.
I don't know what it was about, why he decided to cover this song, but that is Corey Taylor, the singer of Slipknot and Stone Sour.
What does that sound? Is the original like some sort of slow song, or is it?
No, he did an acoustic version.
Okay, I've never even heard the song, so I'm kind of trying to compare it to like what, because his was very, I don't know,
Yeah, I'm not enjoying any of it.
bland. Pink Pony. It sounds like a kid's version almost. But is the original like a
I'm pulling it
dance song? Like what?
Greg says that he also sings SpongeBob and other crazy stuff during his shows.
Well, SpongeBob is one he's always done. That's kind of just a funny thing he's always done.
Okay.
But I don't know what the here's.
Can all be queens.
No, that's not. Oh yeah, that's it. I guess there it is.
Okay, yeah, so it's a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't mean, you know, artists do things, but I
have to assume when she said she's going to keep dancing at the Pink Pony Club is more of a sexual reference. I'm assuming.
No idea.
That's the only thing I
That's
would
way
think
over
of.
my head.
Yeah, I don't. That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Chapel Roan. Other than that's her song. That's what I know. And yeah, so I don't know why, but Tina Shepard from Lewis Center knew it, and she was the first one to text in the correct answer. So Tina's got $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
Well, congratulations. Hey, real quick, I just want to put this out there because, you know, doctors will tell you all the time to make sure to listen to your body and watch out for signs. And you know, men are notorious for not going to the doctor. It's fine. I don't need to go to the doctor. It'll go away. But no, you got to pay attention to the signs. And thankfully, we now know from a guy in the UK by the name of Philip Kinsella who says he was abducted by reptilian aliens in 1989. He has spoken to a lot of other people who have claimed they've been abducted, and he has now given us 5 signs to watch out for.
Okay.
To know whether or not you've been abducted by aliens. Because he says, look for bumps under your skin. He claims that aliens often leave implants under your skin. They'll show up on x-rays and could be as small as like a grain of rice. So
I think that's called genital warts, but go on.
Nosebleeds. He says that he had random nosebleeds for 2 years after he was abducted and probed. So watch out for the nosebleeds. That could also be the overuse of cocaine that you're doing. Strange flashbacks. You might start remembering bits and pieces of memories that your brain blocked out. So if you start having strange flashbacks, keep an eye out for that.
This poor fella needs an evaluation.
I'm not going to judge. Missing time, like you thought you went for a 20-minute walk and then you found out you've been gone for hours. I think that's called drinking too much. We've all done that. Because you're like, I've only been drinking for like an hour, right? No, you blacked out 5 hours ago. And finally, psychic powers. Yeah. Philip claims that the reptilian aliens that took him...
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Somehow opened up his mind and left him with supernatural abilities. In fact, he now actually makes a living as a psychic medium.
Oh, no.
So
these are all typical things that you hear from people who claim they've been abducted.
Well, and he realized he has revealed that he has been abducted multiple times. And so speaking with these other people that have experienced this and other types of symptoms, these are the top 5 things he said to watch out for. So if you are experiencing one or more of these symptoms, you may want to get to your doctor. Can the doctor help if you've been abducted by aliens?
I do feel like a certain doctor could help. The psychiatric field.
You might be right. 997 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Hey, it's a very special Tuesday morning because we got some special not-so-breaking news stories for you. In fact, these ones taking us all the way across the pond.
From Atlanta, what color I see, then you may go, and there's an exchange of
tales from across the pond.
Yes, our first story takes us to Africa, where, I think it's part of human nature. We all enjoy getting together with friends, maybe getting a couple cocktails, sharing some stories, laughing, remembering the old days, making future plans together, that social connection that we have. And come to find out, we're not the only ones. Researchers out of the University of Exeter in the UK traveled to Africa, where they set up cameras and found that chimpanzees will gather around a dying or over-ripened piece of fruit which has fermented, and they will all sit around eating and drinking the juices from the same fruit, getting drunk together.
Just hanging out,
having a good time, getting drunk together. I think that's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Good for you, chimpanzees. And then they'll see some of them who may have had too much. They'll see them frolic. They have seen 2 chimpanzees get in a fight. I mean, come on.
We've all been there.
Come on. Absolutely love that. Of course, they are continuing to study the social habits of the chimpanzees and are very curious to see what else they can find out. So I say, live it up, chimps. You go for it. Second story taking us to Abergavenny in Wales, where a gentleman by the name of Johnny Turnup has just started a GoFundMe page. Johnny Turnup is a semi-professional paranormal investigator. And come to find out, he has tracked his lineage back to the United States, where his great-granddaddy was Wild West legend Potato Creek Johnny.
Okay.
Now, again, this is all according to Johnny Turnip, and this is all listed on his GoFundMe page that he just started. He said, when I learned that my great-granddaddy was Wild West legend Potato Creek Johnny, and he had hidden a pot of fairy gold for one of his descendants to find and make the world magic again, I just knew what I had to do. Me and the boys have never been stateside before, and Turnip's Twilight Paranormal Research Society wasn't exactly firing on all cylinders, so it was the perfect time for us to jump on a jet plane and head to the promised land. So a quick recap, Johnny Turnip is setting up a GoFundMe to make it over to America to follow in the footsteps of his great-granddad, Potato Creek Johnny, to find fairy dust to make the world magic again. So if you wish to donate to his GoFundMe...
Why wouldn't I just go look for it myself? I'm already here.
You're not a descendant. He left it for one of his descendants to make the world magic again. So if you find the pot of fairy gold... you may not be able to make the world magic again. You will just have yourself a pot of fairy gold.
Okay.
But the point of the fairy gold is to make the world magic again.
Gotcha.
So, just saying. The problem is, his friend Puerto Rican Paul couldn't get a passport. He thinks it's because of the air rage incident he had a couple years back when someone made fun of Duran Duran and he got in a fight.
Oh, that might be it.
However... It was a suspended sentence, so he's thinking that Puerto Rican Paul will be able to get his passport and make the trip over.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm just saying.
I wish we need cool names like that.
Puerto Rican Paul and Potato Creek Jim?
Yeah.
Potato Creek Johnny. It's a good name, Potato Creek Johnny. Potato Creek Johnny sounds like it comes from the Wild Wild West for sure. Yeah, I would fist fight someone if they made fun of Duran Duran too. Can't do that. So right now, the GoFundMe isn't going very well.
No kidding.
He did say our campaign to finance our mission pretty much flopped like a dead fish. And here's the thing. He got mad at the people of Abergavenny. He says, it's typical of this town. No ambition or vision. We're trying to heal the world with magic, and all we get is snide comments on our fundraising pages, along with other people saying that these guys are still around. I thought they were dead. So
it sounds like he has a little issue with self-awareness.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I guess, you know, if you're trying to follow in your family's dreams of having the fairy gold and making the world magic again.
I think the fairy gold is what he was going to get in the GoFundMe. I think that's
you might
the fairy
be right.
gold.
Yeah. You might be right. There you go. It's your not so breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz. So, just telling you this story about this gentleman in Abergavenny, Wales. His name is Johnny Turnip. He's a semi-professional paranormal investigator who's trying to make his way over the United States to follow in his great-granddad's footsteps, Wild West legend Potato Creek Johnny. And apparently there's some fairy gold he has to find to try and make the world magic again. However, he's not raising the money he needs. But it got me thinking. There are lots of people who set up GoFundMe pages. A lot of them are very much needed for sick family members or helping to pay bills after someone gets injured or whatever the case may be. And if you dig deep enough, you could also find some GoFundMes that are probably not necessarily needed. Let's just put it that way. Like this one. But it did get me thinking. If you could set up a GoFundMe, knowing that a couple people would donate or whatever, or you were trying to raise money for something completely frivolous, what would it be? Of course, medical bills, aunt's got cancer and you're trying to raise money for her, father was in a car accident, you need money to take care of the kids. All that, of course, is amazing and very much needed. But if you could do it just for something you want, just for something frivolous, what would it be? Kelly, what would you raise money for?
Okay, I have two GoFundMes. Number one is I want to make up the $575 that got stolen from me off Facebook Marketplace.
Now that's legit.
Yeah. So I want that as my first one. The second one would be, all right, A guy who used to be the editor-in-chief of The Guardian over in the UK. His name is Alan Rusbridger. He is a journalist, but he's an amateur pianist. And he's got tons of money. He built basically another structure, a home of sorts, on his property to house his Steinway, which I also need. Like, I need money for construction, and I need a Steinway.
Uh-huh.
And so he could go over there. It was like a lovely place where he brought all his friends over to play music. And, I mean, I can't play, and I don't have friends who can play, but I love the idea. I also want my entire home torn down and rebuilt brand new.
Okay.
So it's basically like that.
It would be a second, almost entertainment
sort of
home. Right.
Where you could just have parties. And I do want the Steinway, even though I really couldn't play it very well.
$250,000 piano.
More than that, buddy. The one I want.
The one you want.
All right.
And that piano
entertainment home.
That piano better sound damn good.
Yeah. Yep. And then you can invite professional piano players over. Okay.
Yeah, or just have parties, or just have people over, and it'd just be lovely.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, party house.
Yeah.
Vic, your Frivolous Go Fund Me. What would it be?
Hello, my name is Rick, and I'm addicted to bass fishing, and I need help buying gear and paying for my boat and gasoline.
Wait. But here's the thing. You do that now. You have a nice boat. You've got the gear. You go out almost every weekend in the summer.
Yeah, and I'm broke.
Okay, I get that. Okay.
I also would like the $50,000 Hall of Fame luxury box suite in AT&T Stadium to go watch the Cowboys play.
There you go.
That's a good one.
So
that's something.
Is that frivolous?
Okay, yeah, absolutely, 100%. I love it. 800-821-9970 or 99-700. What would your Frivolous Go Fund Me be?
What about
I know
yours?
for me, I would love probably a good. 5 days is too much. We'll call it 4 days, because once you get to day 3, you're pretty much done. But for this, I'll stretch it to 4. I want to raise money for an ultimate high roller weekend in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
I want to be able to afford to go to the high limit tables and drop $5,000 to blackjack.
Oh wow, yeah.
Or I want to go sit at the 100, 200 poker table and get into those pots that are, thousands of dollars at a time. So I want to raise money. And plus I want one of those suites, where it's actually got rooms, where it's not just a hotel room.
Right.
You actually have. Or almost like the floor.
There's
You have the entire floor.
Penthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a second floor, too.
Yes,
you can go upstairs.
absolutely.
And I love that.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
No lines, and you walk right into. I want all the best steakhouses there. Yeah, I want to raise money for an ultimate Vegas high roller weekend.
Sounds good.
Ben Everhart needs to travel cross country. He needs a new Harley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. A really souped up, nice Harley for sure. If you've got one, 800-821-9970. What would your Frivolous Go Fund Me be?
Samantha says a helicopter to take me to and from work so I don't have to deal with traffic.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
So good.
That is
Helicopter
good.
and helicopter pilot. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
It's Nicole.
Nicole, what's your Frivolous Go Fund Me that you would want to raise money for?
Okay, I want a brand new Harley Davidson three-wheeler.
A three-wheeler. Okay. All right. Wait, do you like the comfort of the three-wheeler?
Well, I'm a Harley. I had a V-Rod. I gave it to my brother for his 50th birthday because he's always wanted a bike, and he has 5 kids, and he'd never buy one for himself.
Wow, look at you go. Okay.
So I gifted my Harley to him, and my hips aren't what they used to be. I'm almost 50 now, and so I just, the weight of the bike. I'm a rider. I love to ride. And I have a Can-Am Spyder now, but the love for a Harley is just there, and I have to have another one. So I want a freewheeler.
I love that. I love that for you.
I think I might donate to that GoFundMe.
I do that. Absolutely. Thank you for the call. Blitz, good morning. Who's this? Blitz, hello. Are you there? No?
No.
I really wanted to talk to you. I'm so sad. All right, well, have a great one. Give us a call back if you want to. Let's see. What else you got, Kelly?
Brian says, if I could, I would use a GoFundMe to get a Ford GT40, one of my all-time favorite cars.
You know, if I weren't doing a high roller, or when I win on my high roller weekend,
You'll buy me a Steinway then.
Yes, I'll buy you a Steinway. And then I want a classic muscle car. I would love to have some sort of classic muscle car for sure.
All right.
Yeah. What you got?
Eric Corman obviously loves to bowl, starting this GoFundMe to help buy bowling balls, bowling shoes, and all the accessories, and a trip to Reno for the PBA tournament.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Robert says, I need a GoFundMe for Jeep parts. They must be really expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to deck out and, put all the accessories, the Jeeps got like endless accessories you can get. Nothing wrong with that.
Dustin Avery wants more music gear.
Can you ever have enough music gear, really?
No,
I don't
there's
think
always
so.
something new.
Yeah. 800-821-9970 or 99-700. What's your frivolous GoFundMe you'd love to set up? It's 99.7 The Blitz.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
Tom Cassie Jr., the son of the leaders of Faith Life Church in New Albany, is now facing 27 charges, including rape, gross sexual imposition, and unlawful sexual conduct with a minor related to the alleged abuse of 3 minor girls. And authorities are inviting other victims to come forward. The charges are dated beginning in 2002 when Cassie was about 13 years old, and they continue through 2011 when he was 22 years old. The victims' ages range from 5 or 6 years old to 15 years old. All 3 victims grew up as members of Faith Life Church, founded and pastored by Cassie's parents, Gary and Drenda. The crimes allegedly occurred in Knox County. Licking County picked up the case because Cassie's mother, Drenda, is a Knox County commissioner. Cassie is behind bars in Licking County and will appear in Knox County Court tomorrow for arraignment and a bond hearing. Opening statements in the retrial of Karen Reed begin today. The 45-year-old is accused of killing her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, by backing into him with her SUV outside another officer's home in 2022 after a night of drinking. Defense attorneys say she was framed. Her first trial was last year and ended in a mistrial after jurors could not reach a verdict. This time around, there's a new face prosecuting the case. His name is Hank Brennan. He takes over for Adam Lally, who is now serving as an assistant to Brennan. Can you imagine being knocked down to assistant? Like, you didn't get us a conviction the first time around. You're knocked down.
Yep.
Done. We'll see. But can see gavel-to-gavel coverage on several outlets if you're interested.
Really?
Gavel-to-gavel.
Really?
Well,
they're actually covering this gavel-to-gavel?
Gavel-to-gavel, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kelly Jason White said, keep those Karen Reed updates coming, please.
Thank you. I will, Jason.
I'm sorry to encourage her.
Okay. This is a really crazy thing. The Academy of Motion Pictures has unveiled brand new rules regarding the Oscars. And one of the new rules, all members of the Academy are required to watch all nominated films in each category to be eligible to vote. Up until now, voters were only encouraged to watch the nominees. Like, you're voting on winners, right?
Right.
For real?
We encourage you to watch the movies, but some members say, look, we didn't watch all the movies. Or if they were really long, they're like, we didn't finish them.
It seems a bit odd.
But they still were allowed to vote on winners, not having watched everything.
What a crock.
So starting now, the Academy will be tracking members' views. They can either watch the movies in their screening room to get, to mark off a view, or they have to submit paperwork proving that they saw the movie somewhere else. And if you haven't seen it all, you are not allowed to vote. And I do think that's a weird new rule.
The fact that it's a new rule for
that
sure.
That should have been number one rule to begin with.
Right.
I do find it odd, and I don't know, obviously, if you go to the theater or if they send you maybe a digital copy of it to be able to sit down and watch it in your free time. But I know for, the Tony Awards, when it comes to Broadway shows, the voters have to go see the shows, but they have to pay for their own tickets and stuff, which seems kind of odd. You're spending a couple $100 on a Broadway ticket.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if you've got 6 or so, best musicals or best plays up for grabs that you have to spend all that money to go see it to be able to vote. It's like, why wouldn't they give tickets to the voters? So I'm sure with the movies it's a little bit easier. They can send them the DVD or a link to watch the movie, on a streaming service or something. But to be able to vote without seeing all of the contenders seems a bit odd.
That is so unfair.
Yeah.
Very weird. All right, those are your 3 things.
All right, so we all know prices are up on everything. Just the way it is. And some people have done a lot of cutting back. They're like, I'm not spending this much money on this particular thing. And I saw an article that reminded me of something my mother did years ago. It was probably 20 years ago. So my mother smoked pretty much my entire life. And 20 years ago, she quit cold turkey. And she quit cold turkey because cigarettes had reached $5.50 a pack. And she's like, I absolutely refuse to pay $5.50 for a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, good for her.
So she just quit.
Yeah.
Cold turkey.
You could double that now.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And so it got me thinking, and again, seeing this article, what is your price breaking point where you refuse to pay a penny more for this particular item? Because someone gave my answer. A cheeseburger. If I go to a sit-down restaurant, I am not paying more than $15 for a cheeseburger. That's it. So I don't care what kind of restaurant you are. Cheeseburger's more than $15. I'll pay the $13.99 for a good cheeseburger. But $15, that's my breaking point. I will, every once in a blue moon, splurge and spend the $97 at Five Guys. But other than that, because I do love me a Five Guys burger.
Man, that's a good burger.
That is such a good burger.
It is, man. You get what you pay for.
But how do they justify charging that much? It shouldn't be $75 for 2 people to go to Five Guys.
How much is one of their burgers now?
It's $20. It's got to be $20.
Is it really?
It's about $18 for if you get a good. It's expensive.
Well, see, and there's where I run into a problem. If I can make something better than you. I like to go have somebody else cook my food, take weight on me and that kind of thing. But man, when it gets up to that point, I can make a better burger at home so much cheaper.
Yeah,
that's where I have
Were you the kind of dad where your kids wanted to go to McDonald's and you said, "We have burgers at home"?
Yeah. Where you get that big old green pepper welfare burger at?
We got that at home. We don't need candy. We have candy at home.
Yeah. No, I was not that person, but that's just still. It's like
it's a lot.
For me, it's like a steak. I'm not going to pay $60 at a restaurant for a steak. I can do so much better at home.
Okay, see, now that's where I disagree. Because some steaks at some steakhouses, we don't have the same type of kitchen equipment they have. Yes, you can make a great steak at home. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes, and not to mention, it comes out on the hot plate.
Yeah.
Sizzling plate. A little bit of sizzling butter. That butter bubbling on the plate because the plate is so hot. Yeah.
Dude, I love fine dining. And it better be damn good. Most of the time though, my problem is you spend that kind of money and it's not as good as it's not worth the price.
100%. 100%. Kelly, what's your price break point where you see something, you're like, I would love it, but I'm not spending that amount of money on it?
I'm currently shopping for it right now. I just spent a crap ton of money on my progressive lenses, glasses. I need sunglasses, and I'm looking for sunglasses, and I'm not looking to get prescription sunglasses, but I do need like a bifocal, like a reader, because I will want to wear my sunglasses all the time outside.
Right.
But if I need to read something, I need to be able to read it. So I'm looking for polarized sunglasses with bifocal readers, and I am not paying more than $50 for these. And they're all more than $50. So I'm on the eternal hunt for polarized sunglasses with bifocal readers that are under $50. I can't do it. I cannot spend that much on sunglasses.
I don't think I have or ever will.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
buy sunglasses that don't come off of a cheap plastic rotating thing inside of a gas station.
Yeah.
These
$20 for a pair of sunglasses is about my limit.
Dude, they're just so easy to lose or break sunglasses, and people spend $200, $250 on these things.
Well, I would if I didn't need to have already. I just got, like I said, my progressive glasses, and they're a lot of money, hundreds of dollars. So I'm not looking to spend hundreds more on sunglasses, but I do need them.
Carrie, I completely agree with you. Multiple streaming service. I do not. I will. I have. I hate it. I'm not paying more than $9.99 for a streaming service.
Oh, no,
like
HBO,
a Netflix. Huh? No, Max is $9.99. I pay $9.99 for Max. Yep. And then when it comes to like Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus, you get the bundle for like $24.99. So it kind of works out. But yeah, once you get up to the $15 or $19, $20 for a stream, no.
Oh, God. I had to spend the money for for Max without commercials. I had to do it. I don't want to sit through commercials.
You don't want to sit through the commercials?
No, I don't either.
But I only keep Max for like 2-3 months, and then I ditch it.
Right.
So.
In fact, just 10 minutes ago, we were off the air, and I go, son of a bitch! Things like, what? I was like, I forgot to cancel my FUBU TV because I was watching March Madness.
Is this renewed?
And it renewed for the $100, and I was like, no!
Kelly, Jason said to check out Zenni.com, Zenni.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For glasses. I didn't tell him.
Oh, Robert says I won't pay Ohio prices for weed at the dispensary. He says, is it more expensive down here? He says he'll take the gas money and go up to Michigan.
It is.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Know that.
I don't know why, but that's what I hear from everybody. And
all right. What's your price break point? 800-821-9970 or 99-700. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Thick. What you got? I thought you were saying something.
I think one of the new rules was if these go through with marijuana, they're not going to allow you to bring it across state lines. Wasn't that part of that, Kelly? I thought that was one of them.
Well, I know they usually do keep an eye out at state lines.
Yeah.
They're going back and forth. I remember that was a big thing in Colorado.
Yeah.
They would sit at the Nebraska border waiting for people to come back over, bringing the weed. So, if you've got one, let us know. 99.7 The Blitz. All right, very cool event coming up at Hell City Tattoo Fest. You know what I can't get out of my head is I'm meeting with them today because I'm gonna get a tattoo for Hell City Tattoo Fest. I've been wanting another one. Time to get another one. But all I keep thinking about, it hurts so bad.
I thought that's what people got addicted to, the pain.
No, okay, can I just say...
Okay.
To stop it. For the people who are like, it doesn't hurt, it tickles. Or I find it relaxing. I sit there and I meditate. It hurts. It hurts real bad.
Well, you've put yourself through an awful lot of pain.
I really have.
Why?
Because I like them.
They're worth the pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember last time Nora and I got vacation tattoos when we were down in Key West. And we both got it on the same spot.
You didn't get each other's names, did you?
No, we did not. We did not get each other's name. Yeah, no, absolutely not. But I've called her Bunny since like the third date, and she wanted me to actually draw a little like silhouette bunny. So I drew a little silhouette bunny, and she got it on her left like rib cage area on the side, and then I got a lyric from our song put on my side in the same spot. And I remember when she went first, and she was laying there. And they're small tattoos. It took, 30 minutes or whatever. But then I'm laying there, and I'm, like, gripping my skin and pulling on it. And then I'm rubbing my head to self-soothe. And the guy's like, you move more than anyone I've ever tattooed for. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it hurts. And the rib cage hurts, too, like that bony area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody told me, you know what a bee sting feels like? I said, yes. I said, imagine that nonstop.
No. Not
a non-stop bee sting.
Okay. I haven't been stung by a bee since I've been 12. All I know is it hurts. But I'm doing it. And if you want to go, we've got your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets right now. 800-821-9970. We need 2 contestants right now because we are going to play a game of Think Fast. Kelly versus Goose. One person represented by Kelly, one person represented by Goose. And we're going to see who walks away a winner. So, Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Robert.
All right, Robert, since you called in first, your choice. Do you want to be represented by Kelly or by Goose?
Goose.
All right, very good, Robert.
I approve of that choice. I think it was your best move.
Let's get another contender here. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Cody.
All right, Cody, you're going to be represented by Kelly. And so here's the deal, gentlemen. We're going to put you on hold as we go through our game of Think Fast, and someone's going to walk away with a 4-pack of tickets for Hell City Tattoo Fest, May 2nd through the 4th at Hyatt Regency downtown Columbus. It's a very special edition. It's Hell City Strikes Back because May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day, so they got all kinds of great Star Wars weekend celebration themes for that Hell City Tattoo Fest. All right, we're playing Think Fast. What's today's category, Thick?
All right, this is different. And Kelly, I'm interested to see how you do here.
So am I.
We're going to do opposite movie titles here. All right, so I'm going to give you a title of a movie that is opposite of the title I'm looking for. And I will give you an example.
All right.
I already told this to Goose, so I'll just tell you. Here's the opposite movie title. I need the actual movie title. Live Easy.
Die Hard.
There you go. You get it?
So all these are reverse movie titles.
Yes.
And you want us to give you the real movie title.
Right.
All right. Here we go.
Are we ready?
Think fast for Hell City Tattoo Fest. Robert or Cody will be walking away with a 4-pack of tickets. Let's go.
All right. Opposite movie titles. Think fast. Devil Mother.
Angel Mother. Angel Daddy. Devil. Angel.
Angel Father?
Devil.
Oh, Devil.
Devil Mother.
Angel Father.
Devil.
Godfather.
Yes.
Why was that so difficult?
I don't know. I thought that was one of the easiest ones on the list. I don't know how we're going to do from here out.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Lots of bad women.
A Few Good Men.
Yes.
All right. Oh, I like this one. Okay, here we go.
All right. Ready?
Let's go.
Sun Truce.
Son.
Moon War?
Okay. Daughter.
Son Truce. Daughter Fight. Girl Fight. Son Truce.
Son. It's a truce.
Earth War.
Sun War. Sun Fight.
Earth? Sun War?
What is it?
What did you say?
Say it again.
Sun Truce.
Daughter War. Daughter. Son. Daughter.
Sun, Moon Fair, Moon Wreck. Moon, what?
Oh, Sun, Moon. Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
S-U-N.
Okay, S-U-N.
So you're doing Moon War. We're confused.
Moonstruck.
No.
Sun Truce.
Sun Truce.
Moon.
Wow.
Moon Fight.
Battlefield Earth.
Never heard of that movie. No.
Not Battlefield Earth.
Wait.
Come on, think, guys.
Okay. Sun. Are we at S-U-N?
Yes.
Okay, Sun, Moon. Okay.
Sun Truce.
I know. Sun, Moon. Truce means that you have a
Mission to Mars. Mars attacks.
No.
Oh, come on.
It's two words.
Sun Truce is
Moon
Battle.
Moon landing.
Why are you guys so convinced it's Moon?
Earth Battle.
Sun.
Battlefield Earth. I said Battlefield Earth. That's not it. All right, what is it?
So wait. Sun.
Think about Hell City
sun?
Tattoo Festival.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Jeez.
So difficult.
Star Wars.
Sun. But the sun is a star. That's not opposite. That's the same thing.
Good Lord.
Next.
2-1.
All right, ready?
No.
Court of Nightmares.
Court of Nightmares. Something of Dreams. City of Dreams.
What'd you say?
City of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Yes.
Field of Dreams.
Okay.
Court,
like a basketball court.
Oh, baseball field.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That was right. You can't get upset about that.
All right. Kelly can.
All right. Ready?
All right. Here we go.
Yellow Snow.
Yellow snow. Red rain.
Yellow. Something rain.
Blue angel.
Blue. Black rain. Yellow. What's the opposite of yellow?
Why are we so bad at this? Yeah, what is the opposite of yellow? Green.
I don't know if it's really opposite.
Oh, green, red rain, snow, water.
Green.
Red water. Green water. Blue water.
Rain Man.
But blue, my blue heaven. Blue. Angel.
Wait, what was the...
I want to see if somebody's...
What is it? White River, what?
Yellow Snow.
Yellow Snow.
Yellow Snow is...
The river runs through it.
Oh, my God. It's Purple Rain. God, you guys. Jeez. Get the thing here.
Yeah. How are you going to go from yellow to purple?
Let's see if this one's easy.
Last one.
Soft Woman.
Hard Man.
Soft Woman. Hard...
Oh, my God.
Soft Woman.
Hard Man.
Brick.
A Few Good Men.
Pretty girl.
I thought this one would be really easy.
Soft Woman.
Hard Girls.
Soft.
All right.
Rough Man. Rough.
Roughnecks.
Rough Rider.
Rough.
Scratchy Man.
Robert.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Robert, are you there, Robert?
Yeah.
Cody, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, we're just going to give you both.
Can either one of you answer it?
What is it again?
Soft Woman.
Soft Woman.
Hard.
That one, no. I got all the other ones except this last one.
I looked up antonyms of these words, and I couldn't find one for iron, so I went with soft.
Oh, Iron Man.
Jeez.
Okay.
Right,
Would you know if
Steel Woman?
What if I said Lady of the Squares?
Men of the Circles.
How about Lord of the Rings? You guys.
Oh, my God. This is impossible.
Lady of the Squares? What is the opposite of Lady of the Squares?
If
Lord
there are
of
two of us who cannot get it, I don't feel like we're in the wrong.
There's ladies and lords.
I think it's easy when you're writing the answers.
Yeah, when you know the answer.
Right.
Oh, please.
All right. Cody, Robert, we're going to hook you both up with Hell City Tattoo
Thank
Fest
goodness.
tickets because that was an
Cody, that was the only way you were going to win.
We had people screaming the name, Purple Rain, my God, people, said Carrie. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that one was good.
All right, whatever. It's 997 The Blitz. As you might begin your spring cleaning, or maybe already have, you may be going through some of the things in your house going, why do I have this? This has just been sitting here forever. I know as we get ready to pack up the house and get ready for the full-time move here, we're going through some things, and we'll continue to do so. And I'll be looking at Nora a good handful of times going, can we throw this away, please? Why do we have this?
I haven't seen it in 6 years.
Right. Well, people have jumped on social media as they're going through the spring cleaning and things like that saying, well, I don't understand why I have this. And so it turned into an interesting article. Things that we have 100% been brainwashed into believing we need. And I have to agree with some of this list. Can you think of something, Kelly, that we have been 100% brainwashed into thinking that we need?
An expensive wedding.
On the list.
Is
100%.
It really?
Absolutely on the list.
Yeah.
An expensive wedding. And on the flip side of that, a lot of people put expensive funerals, even like pricey coffins. Like I saw some coffins that were like airbrushed.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's going in the ground. You're looking at it for maybe an hour.
You can get me
never
a
to be seen
discounted
again.
Kiss casket, honestly, for $25 and bury me in that. Don't they have Kiss caskets at Costco?
Yeah. Oh, do they sell them at Costco?
Get them on sale. Yeah.
I don't think you can get one for $25.
I do not want anything. I know. That is so crazy to spend that kind of money on a casket.
I'm not even being buried. Like, don't even waste some money on a casket. No way. But yes, expensive weddings, absolutely on the list. Thick, can you think of one? What are we 100% brainwashed into thinking we need?
Social media.
Yep, also on the list.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's more of a brainwash or it's like everybody's doing it. If you want to stay in touch with these people, that's the way to do it nowadays. Have we been brainwashed into thinking we need it, or is that the times the form of communication that is highly used now? I mean,
well, that's what we've been programmed to, which to me is brainwashed.
But is that it? But it might not be. That's what I'm saying. Is it might be just the evolution of. Because we haven't been brainwashed into thinking we need cell phones. That's just the evolution of communication.
Well, yeah, but I think that the evolution comes from somebody creating this in order to addict us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I mean, again, wouldn't that be...
Well, you talk about expensive weddings. They didn't used to have expensive weddings a long time ago. They just got married. I'm talking,
How about that you
years
have to get the newest version of the iPhone?
That's what I mean.
Absolutely on the list. The newest phone every year, no matter the price. The updates and the cool new whatever. We added a few more megapixels to the camera, so you got to pick this one up.
I think just smartphones in general.
Okay.
We've been brainwashed to think we need.
I believe this one because I see Nora go through it almost every single night. A 12-step skincare routine.
Oh, is that right?
The makeup remover, and then this gel, and then this wash, and then you put on the final application before you fall asleep.
Is that daily?
Pretty much every night.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Pretty much every single night.
Skincare is very tempting to spend tons of money on. It was really tempting.
Yeah?
Yeah. In fact, very tempting.
I fall into this category 100%. Things people are 100% brainwashed into believing they need a car. Either a new car immediately once you pay off your old one or an update. And I absolutely fall in that category. Like, if I drove less, I would lease a car so I could get a new one like every couple years. Like right now, I had a family member had an old car of mine, and I got it back. It's a car that I bought brand new in 2017, and it has been across the country, back and forth multiple times. It's got 150,000 miles on it. I've never had a car with 150,000 miles on it, and I'm disparaging. In fact, you're a better person than I if you still drive a car with 150,000. I feel like ugh.
Yeah, but they make cars that will go for 300,000 now.
I know, but I can't imagine. Listen, 100,000 miles to me is mind blowing. I don't want a car with 100,000 miles.
No kidding.
But I've also gotten it's caused me financial burden because you trade it in, you're flipping over $4,000, $6,000, $8,000 into your next car, and then you're completely upside down. I've absolutely fallen into that.
We drive our cars until the last
near death.
Awesome, near death.
Yes,
where you're like, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it the rest of the week.
Is this even safe anymore?
Yeah, man, I love not having a car payment.
Oh, me too. That is to me is the greatest feeling to not have a car payment. It's lovely, and we haven't had one. My car's been paid off for. I want to say I'm on year 3 now of the car being paid off.
Like that. I wish I was like that.
Yeah.
That's the one
and
thing.
And I love my car. I really do.
Here's the thing, though. Driving my car again, I love it.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
And it's like, I really enjoy this car. I just wish it didn't have, like, the squeaks and the creaks that it does that just naturally come, with having a little bit of an older car.
Yeah.
So, I get it. Let's see. Also on the list, what have we been 100% brainwashed into thinking we need stuff? And this, I think, can be said for a lot of things. In general, a replacement. Like, hey, you can fix things. Just because something breaks doesn't mean you need to go get another one. We've been brainwashed into thinking, just throw it away and we'll go get another one.
Right.
Man, and with YouTube now, you can fix everything.
Yeah, you can see a video on how to fix anything for sure. Here's another one, to carry a water bottle around and drink water all day.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their Stanley cups, their 40-gallon jugs full of water that you just have to drink.
We never used to do that. We never, ever, ever, ever used to bring water anywhere. Not to sports practices, not to anything.
Really?
When you were a kid, you were bringing a water bottle to a sports practice? Nobody had them back then. And I'm old.
Not when I was a kid.
Right,
no.
when you were a kid. I'm saying now, it's like, now I'm not saying it's not healthier. It probably is healthier to have water.
Have we learned that we need more water, so if you have it with you, you're more likely to drink it? Yeah. Here's another one that I heard a long time ago. Gobs of toothpaste. where you cover your entire toothbrush in a line of toothpaste.
Yeah.
And that might come from the commercials, because if you see any commercial, they go and they cover their entire toothpaste or
I
their
like
toothbrush.
it covered. I want the freshest breath possible.
All you need is a pea-sized amount of toothpaste.
Yeah.
And if you use more than that, you're just turning around and buying more toothpaste. You're using way more than you need. You're being wasteful. If you have one, 800-821-9970 or 99-700. Mike, my truck has over 250,000 miles on it. Wow. Gerald says 298,000 miles and 350,000 miles on his Honda. That's insane.
Wow.
If you have one. So now this has turned into a car conversation.
Yeah, I knew that was going to strike a chord with
213,000 with Toyota Yaris, over 442,000 miles, and it still runs. What? There's no way!
Doug said, I drive my car till the brakes go out and it turns into a Flintstones car.
Yeah.
I had a car that ended up with a hole in the floorboard when I was
my sister,
in high school.
Yes, my older sister. I remember getting into her car one time, and she goes, "Hey, move the floor mat." And I moved the floor mat. You're just watching the road go by. Wait.
Yeah, mine was on the passenger side too, and you had to warn the passenger. You need it. That was a necessary thing.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's a mat there. There's nothing under it.
Do not step right there. We've gotten a couple answers about this. Underwear. Saying we've been conditioned to think we need more underwear than we need, or newer underwear than we need.
Oh no, that feels. I feel like we're right on the money on that one. We're getting the amount of underwear we need.
You okay with the fresh underwear?
Yeah, I'm really good with the fresh underwear.
Here's an interesting one. Gustavo said identity theft protection. You do see a lot of commercials for identity theft protection.
That's a really good one.
And some of them can be a little on the expensive side.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's an issue. People do get scammed. Mm-hmm. People's information, especially online, now does get stolen. But is the identity theft protection really working? Or is it just something that we've kind of been fear-factored into buying? You hear one story and you're like, oh, I need to pay the $30 a month or whatever for identity theft protection. Because if you want to break into my checking account and steal the $9.47 I have, I mean, feel free to do so.
Yeah, I don't know. I also see the commercials for the protecting the title to your house. Like, people can steal your house from underneath you. And I'm like, what? How is that even? How could anybody prove something to all of a sudden you have my house? That's insane to me.
Yep. Here's an interesting one. 2776 said lawns. We've all been totally brainwashed into lawn care and taking care of lawns. Because there are some people that take their lawns very, very seriously.
Yes.
I have a nice lawn.
And I'm not one of them. I will hire someone to come out and do the cutting for me.
Oh my gosh. Scott said my work truck is pushing 2 million miles. One rebuild.
Now, I wonder if that's a semi-truck, because I do know
work truck.
The semi-trucks will go easily 1 million miles, and they'll just keep repairing things for sure, which is just mind-blowing. How do you have the odometer just spin over to zero again?
Yeah.
And then you start over? That's insane to me.
Right.
800-821-9970 or 99-700 if you've got one.
Extended home and auto warranties.
Oh,
waste of money.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Kayla said, needing a new outfit for every occasion.
I do that.
You do that?
Oh, there's a good chance. There's a good chance if we're going someplace new or going out, like we have a special kind of thing planned, it's like we need to get a new outfit. So I'll go out and buy some new clothes.
Want to wear the same old outfit you wore to the last one?
No, absolutely not. Not doing it. It's 997 The Blitz.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
President Trump and First Lady Melania will attend Saturday's funeral of Pope Francis. The College of Cardinals met today to discuss funeral plans. The Vatican says the 88-year-old Pope died from a stroke. Governor DeWine has ordered flags lowered across Ohio in honor of Pope Francis. All flags of public buildings and grounds in the state will remain at half-staff until sunset on the day the Pope is buried. The grace period is over on those federal student loans. Starting May 5th, the Education Department will begin what's called involuntary collection. So if you are past...
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Due, the Treasury Department will keep your tax refund. And after a 30-day notice, will start garnishing your wages. There are roughly 5.3 million borrowers in default on their federal student loans. Payment on those loans was paused back in 2020, and the grace period was extended through October of 2024. So that is when millions of Americans had to start making payments again. This was this past October, but a bunch of people never started repaying, and the government is now coming to collect. They say that less than 40% of all borrowers are current on their student loans. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem became a crime victim over the weekend. The former South Dakota governor was dining at the Capitol Burger restaurant in downtown D.C. on Easter Day when her bag was stolen. Secret Service reviewed security footage and say an unknown white male wearing a medical mask stole her bag and left the restaurant. Now, the bag contained Kristi Noem's passport, her DHS access badge, her driver's license, apartment keys, medication, and $3,000 in cash. DHS says Noem's entire family was in town for Easter, and she withdrew the cash to take them to dinner, and they were going to be doing some activities, and she was going to be buying some Easter gifts. So that's why she had all that cash in her bag. But that's a lot to lose.
That's a lot of cash to carry around.
Yeah.
How did this person get close enough with Secret Service around and then
I don't know.
Slip this is Ocean 11 type stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Distract the security service, bump into someone, the waiter drops the tray to break the glasses, everyone turns around, you put your coat over the bag, you lift it up, you walk out.
Yes.
Not that I've ever planned this out in my head before. Just saying.
Where were you on Easter Sunday?
I was here.
Yeah.
Wasn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, those are your three things.
All right, this is crazy. There was an interview with two sisters in Australia that's been floating around social media over the past day or so because it is so weird. The story itself is actually pretty serious. So there's a guy in a red Porsche. He causes a deadly crash. He then pulls a gun. He shoots a guy in the arm. He stole an SUV, and then he got in another wreck before the cops finally arrested him. However, the strange part of the story is when the news showed up, they found these two sisters, twin sisters, Bridget and Paula Powers, who were there. Their mom even tried to help the guy, not knowing, kind of what was going on. And now the interview has gone viral because the news reporter asked them what happened. And here are Bridget and Paula on camera at the same time talking to the news reporter. Take a listen to this.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum. He went up there and he was coming back down towards us. And he goes, run, he's got a gun. and our heart started to pound. And I said, oh, Mum, where's Mum? And poor Mum was stuck up there. But apparently our brave Mum, she goes, are you all right? Because he had all blood all over his face. And he goes, I'll shoot you. She goes, hey, I'm here to help.
Wow. What?
It is, you can't even prepare yourself for seeing that. You think you're watching a normal news story, then that popped on as the interview. It is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
It turns out they are pretty internet famous, especially in Australia. Piers Morgan had them on Good Morning Britain back in 2016. They don't rehearse anything. It's just something they do involuntarily because they've been so close their whole lives. It almost sounds like, and I don't know which one is Bridget and which one's Paula, it almost sounds like one of them, it's almost like a nervous tick, like she has to jump in the conversation because they've spent so much time together.
Did you ever see the Fred Armisen, Kristen Wiig thing on Weekend Update when they would pretend like they were songwriters, but they were never prepared? And so then they had to do a song, and they would just start, like, sort of mimicking each other, like a half second behind the other one to act like they had prepared this song. It was almost like, kind of like that.
Yes.
Like there's a tiny bit of lag, but then they're repeating.
But
it's weird.
Even if it's one word where the second sister comes in a second late, it's then the rest of the sentence that they do exactly
in sync.
And they go back and forth between the main one who's speaking. It's like, and the other one who's kind of parroting what they're saying.
Yeah.
It goes back and forth.
Now, again, this is just something they said they've done their entire lives, or pretty much their entire lives, and it's involuntary because they were so close, and now being in their 50s, it's just the way it reminds me, do you remember those commercials for, like, the Time Life books when they would look into strange phenomenon? And it was like, it was like the one twin sister's in college giving her boyfriend an HJ, and the one across the country gets a hand cramp all of a sudden, and it's like that.
Yeah, they're connected.
Yeah, they're just connected. It's just that weird
What?
It's that weird connection that twins have. You know what I'm talking about, Callie?
I guess.
One's over here, and the other one's like, oh, my hand's cramping up. I don't know what's going on.
The sister's getting busy again.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's right.
Picks up the cell phone. Stop! My hand is hurting. Put it away. 99.7 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
The first story coming from 14 News out of Davies County, Kentucky, although it does cross state lines into Indiana. That's because Davis County Sheriff's deputies arrested 31-year-old Nina DeVelez after evading police, criminal trespass, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. The Chandler police officer apparently tried to pull Nina over, but she kept driving. And troopers say the vehicle eventually stopped after crashing into a ditch in the area there around Lincoln Avenue in Chandler. However, when DeVelez jumped out of the car, they were wearing a motorcycle helmet, exited the vehicle, and started waving around a sword at the police officers. Enough where they could create space where they then jumped into the police officer's vehicle and took off.
So they had a plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Evading police at 120 miles an hour going down the road before finally crossing state lines and crashing again in an open field near US 60s where they were finally arrested. Someone got video of this whole thing and was commenting. Take a listen.
He's running.
A wild scene unfolds in Warwick County this morning.
This is too crazy to be real. He's got a sword.
A man wielding a sword takes a swing at an officer. That officer fires his gun, hitting that suspect in the chest. He's still able to speed off in the officer's SUV, leading to a multi-state chase.
Not a Monday morning you expect, especially in Chandler.
I mean, that's determination. You get shot in the chest, and you still have enough wherewithal to jump in the police cruiser and take off.
Wow.
And drive 120 miles an hour down the highway?
They were not going to prison.
They were making sure they were not going. Thankfully, no one else was injured, and they were captured. So, Snakes on a Plane. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic. In fact, I think I actually want to go back and watch that movie now.
I have had it with these snakes on this plane.
Side note, one of the best TV edits ever is when they show that movie on like TNT, and he is sick and tired of these Monday through Friday snakes on this Monday through Friday plane.
For real?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I haven't seen that.
One of the best dubbed edits ever. These Monday through Friday snakes on this Monday through Friday plane.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Although this is a real story that took place on a flight. Let's see here. Where was this flight going? It looks as though it was leaving Morocco. When in mid-flight, a man started going crazy about the snakes on the plane and saying, we need to land. We need to land now. There's a snake on this plane. And, of course, initially, you get kind of freaked out. I mean, you've heard of people bringing emotional support animals on a plane. Would it be completely crazy if someone actually did bring a container or a bag with a snake in it and it gets out? I don't know if that would necessarily be that crazy. And so, sure enough, the 180 passengers and crew on the plane were a little bit scared on the Airbus A320 that there was actually a snake on the plane. But after a short period of time, they did realize that this man actually did not have or see snakes on a plane. He was actually either drunk or high, and it took a moment to realize he had 2 snakes on his T-shirt, and they thought he was being attacked by the snakes from his T-shirt. Yes. The EasyJet flight thankfully did make a safe landing. The man was detained by police, and everybody is okay.
Speaking of edited for TV, have you seen the Yippee-Ki-Yay, my friend? Yippee-ki-yay, my friend.
Oh, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
What a joke.
I'll tell you what, TV edits can provide some
they're so good.
amazing entertainment. That is your not-so-breaking news, 99.7 The Blitz. Well, I don't know, a little random fun this morning. Saw an article about pet names and do they correlate to what your pet actually is. And so we want to know, 800-821-9970. Give us a call. What is your pet's name? We're going to guess as to what type of pet you have. I do enjoy some of the texts that we've gotten. Lute, thank you for texting in. My pet's name is Gypsy. She's a black cat. Okay, we don't want you to tell you what your pet is. We're gonna guess.
Yeah, just the name.
What your pet is. Just the name. We're going to guess, especially if you have a unique pet. That'd be pretty great. Is someone on the phone here?
Yes.
Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
This is Timothy.
What's your name?
Timothy.
Timothy. All right, Timothy. All right. We want to know your pet's name. We're going to take a guess at what kind of pet you have.
Okay. Here's the name. The name is Logan Douglas Cox.
For real?
Logan Douglas Cox?
You gave your pet a full first, middle, last name. All right.
Yep.
So your name is Timothy Cox. Your pet took your last name.
No, it's a little bit different.
A little bit different. Okay.
So, yeah. My last name is actually Cooney. But there's a long story.
Long story
my
behind it.
parents divorced, kind of thing.
Gotcha. All right. Kelly. One more time. What's the pet's name?
Logan Douglas Cox.
Logan Douglas Cox.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going basic. I'm saying it's a dog.
You're saying it's a dog.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a dog. 3 names. That's a dog.
That's a dog?
Yeah.
3 names?
Yeah.
See,
Some of them have 4 and 5.
I don't think he'd be calling with that. I think it's a little bit more unique.
Okay.
I think Logan Douglas Cox is a turtle. What kind of pet is it?
You are both incorrect.
Oh,
okay.
It is actually a short-haired British cat.
A cat.
Cat, okay.
All right.
So I feel like Logan Douglas Cox has got like a mustache.
Well, he's
and
British.
A top hat. Yeah,
that's
like a top hat.
The story behind his full name is the fact that when we adopted him, his original name was Douglas. And when we adopted him, we gave him a new name. We gave him the nickname. We gave him Logan.
Okay.
And so because he has his original name, we just call him Logie. But eventually, we decided that his whole name was going to be Logan Douglas Cox.
All right.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Thanks so much for the call. 800-821-9970 or 99-700. It'd be better if you call because I want to talk to you about your pet and see what kind of pet you have. Because, see, Loki and Shadow, Brian says Loki and Shadow, those have got to be dogs. Oh, no.
Loki and Shadow sounds like cats.
Cats. Yeah, I would have to think cats, too.
Well, what is Michelob? That's Mackenzie Evans' pet's name. Michelob.
Michelob?
That is a potbelly pig.
You might be right there.
That sounds good. I like that one, Kelly.
800-821-9970. Give us a call. We want to know your pet's name, and we are going to guess what kind of pet you have. Let's see. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
This is Richie.
Richie, what is your pet's name?
Totoro.
Totoro?
Yep.
Totoro.
All right. I don't even what
like Toto, like Toto with R-O at the end.
Okay.
Oh, Totoro.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like Totoro's a sugar glider. I feel like you got on the sugar glider train.
Not a bad guess. I'm going to go iguana.
No,
neither one of them.
No. Totoro. Man.
Totoro means troll.
Ooh, is it a rat?
I was about to say hamster.
No.
Is it boring like a dog? What is
yes,
it?
it's a dog.
It's a dog.
It is a dog.
The Toto, okay.
I like
makes
it.
sense.
One time we don't guess dog.
Right, absolutely. All right. Thank you so much for the call. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Annie.
Annie, what's your pet's name?
Fiji.
Fiji?
Fiji.
Fiji's a cat.
Nope.
No.
Fiji's a hedgehog.
No.
No.
Snake.
Snake.
No.
No.
What is it?
He's a Euromastic.
What?
What?
Euromastic. He's a reptile.
A Euromastic?
Euromastic? I gotta look that up.
What is a Euromastic?
Euromastic.
Euromastic.
A spiny-tailed lizard?
Oh, my God.
Dude.
A Euromastic.
That's cool.
My ex called me a Euromastic once before she dumped me, but, good time. Thank you so much for the call. Let's go to the next one here. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Yeah.
Hi, who's this?
It's Larry.
Larry, what's your pet's name?
Sugar.
Sugar. Just straight sugar.
Sugar's a ferret.
That's a good guess, too. Sugar is Sugar the parrot.
Nope.
No.
I was going to go cat.
Nope.
What?
What is it?
What is it?
It's a horse.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay,
I was
horse.
waiting for one of those.
All right.
Okay.
I like
All
that.
right.
It's not
Thanks
a house
so much
pet,
for the
but-
call. All right. Keep them coming. 800-821-9970 or 99700.
By the way, Michelob is a cat.
Is a cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Text back.
I think we got that one right. Let's do one more, and let's see if we can get one correct. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Robert.
Robert, what's your pet's name?
I got two of them.
Okay.
First one, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is a beta fish.
No.
I think Beetlejuice is. I'm going to go back to like a pet rat or a pet mouse.
When you said you have two of them, are they the same kind of animal?
No, two different animals
okay.
that
Two
I
different
have
animals.
names for.
All right. Beetlejuice. You got to guess thick. What kind of animal Beetlejuice is?
Beetlejuice. Snake? I'm going snake again.
Go snake. Okay. What's Beetlejuice?
Rick, you're right.
It is!
Yes! That's a good guess.
Black and white like the sandworms in Beetlejuice.
Oh, right. That makes
cool.
total sense. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much for the call. 800-821-9970 or 99700. Give us a call. We want to guess what type of pet you have based off of its name alone. Get to more next. 99.7 The Blitz. Are pet names connected to what type of pet it is? I think if you go with Fido or Spot, we can kind of guess what your pet name is. But sometimes it's not so easy. Shannon's on the phone. Shannon, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Shannon, what's your pet's name? We're going to guess the animal.
Ralph.
Ralph. His name is Ralph.
Ralph sounds like a rabbit. It's a rabbit. Ralph
Nope.
the rabbit. No? Okay, next.
I think Ralph is that dinosaur that throws up on you in Jurassic Park. There's Ralph.
A dinosaur.
Yeah.
He's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
No.
No. What Vic, you got to guess?
I'm going to go back to the other one, iguana.
Back to iguana. Okay.
Nope.
What kind of animal is Ralph?
A tarantula.
Ooh.
That's a great name for him, though.
I like it.
Just Ralph.
My 6-year-old named him that, and he said it with a gur and everything.
That's oh man. No, you're 6. Is it your 6-year-old's tarantula?
Yes.
Why are you tormenting that kid like that? That's just wrong.
He loves it.
That's just wrong. Thank you for the call, Shannon. I hope you have a great day.
I think it's awesome.
Rebecca, good morning. Rebecca, what's your pet's name?
So I have 3 pets. 2 of them are the same and 1 is different. The first two is Bagheera and Kubo, and then the last one is Beauregard.
Beauregard.
Beauregard. Okay. I'm thinking you've got 2 chickens and a hen.
Not quite.
Beauregard is typically, has been traditionally a dog's name. So I'm going to say Beauregard's a dog and the other 2 are cats.
It is. Okay, so Bagheera and Kubo are cats, and then Beauregard is an axolotl.
An axolotl.
Those are so cool.
Wow.
Oh, that's that weird spiky face thing.
In the water.
Yeah.
Lives in water.
Okay.
Cool. All right. That's good.
Where do you get one of those?
Oh, we got them over here at the pet store.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, they're really cool. I didn't even think you could own one, but yeah, everybody's got them evidently.
Well, thanks for the call, Rebecca. Erica, good morning. Erica, what is your pet's name?
Okay, we have 4, but we thought we would just share 2.
Okay, perfect.
Are they the same?
No.
Okay. What you got?
Okay, so it's just Fiona and Gunner.
Fiona and Gunner.
Oh.
So I think Fiona is a female donkey that you just happen to name a character from Shrek because it's a donkey. So Fiona's a donkey, and the other one, what's the other one's name? Gunner.
Gunner.
Gunner's a horse. Fiona's a donkey, and Gunner's a horse. Don't tell us yet, Kelly. What do you got?
I think Fiona is a gerbil, and Gunner is, I'm going to go ferret.
Oh, okay. Vic, do you have a guess?
Fiona's a sheep, Gunner's a cow.
Okay. What you got, Erica? What are they?
Well, I wish it could be all of those, but we're just the basic family, and Fiona is a cat, and Gunner is our dog.
Oh, come on! Come on!
We're getting too exotic here.
Right.
We're getting too exotic with our guesses.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for the call, Erica. Katie, good morning, Katie. What's your pet's name?
All right, I've got Leo and Rex.
Leo
and they're different
Rex.
animals.
Different animals. Leo and Rex. I'm going to go cat and dog. I'm going to keep it basic. I'll let you guys go exotic this time.
Leo is a goat. Rex is a cow.
Okay.
Rex is a dog. Leo's a bird.
Oh, okay.
Where do you think I live in Columbus where I have a
know.
cow?
Cow? Who said cow?
I did.
Oh, did Kelly say cow?
Cow, yeah. All right. What kind of?
And I don't like the attitude I'm feeling here.
Yeah, you don't have to go far outside of Columbus to find yourself some cow
I
land.
live in Licking County. I live near cows.
Okay.
You could be my neighbor.
That's fair.
What are they?
Leo is a cat. He's my cowardly little lion.
Uh-huh.
Aw.
And yes, he's a big sweetie. He's a big dum-dum. And Rex is a goldfish.
Oh,
Goldfish.
Rex the
Yeah,
goldfish.
okay.
I like it.
Does Leo ever try to get
he-
Rex?
No, he's
Oh.
far too stupid.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the call. Kelly, very offended there. Like, excuse
know.
me.
Where
Right?
do you think I live?
Right. I would
I
never.
don't know where you live.
I would never be in a location where cows were nearby.
we are in Ohio.
I will say, Katie, that I do agree with you. I would never live in a location where cows are nearby. Not happening.
I want to hype up any area where cows are nearby.
Hell yeah.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, Goose is a real city guy.
Yeah, I'm a city guy for sure. If I hear one moo, I'm out. Not happening. Monica, good morning. What's the name of your pet?
Okay, I have 4 that
Okay.
I'll go with two of them.
All
and they're separate.
Different animals. Okay.
One is Murphy, and the other one is Rev.
Murphy and Rev. Okay. Well, I'm thinking these aren't regular old cat and dog type animals. I'm thinking Rev is like... Rev might be a turtle. I was going to go like a pet cheetah, but I don't think you have a pet cheetah. I think you're doing like the, my
Yes.
biggest friend we call Slim. I think
Yes.
you're going with Rev.
Okay.
As a turtle.
I like
Rev
it.
those engines.
Yeah.
And then, what's the other one?
Murphy.
Murphy might be a cat. A turtle and a cat. What you got, Kelly?
Rev is a monkey. And Murphy's a chinchilla.
What is the heck? What?
Think you gotta guess?
Oh, my gosh.
Murphy's a dog. That's a dog's name to me, anyway.
Where do you think she lives?
And
In Washington Courthouse.
Oh, she lives in Washington Courthouse.
Oh, okay. Murphy's a dog and Rev's a horse.
Oh, my.
Oh, what are they?
What?
Okay, Murphy is a little 11-pound Havanese.
Okay, got a dog.
Dog,
And Rev, he puts you in the mind of a cheetah. He is a 6-month-old kitten. And I kept his name, and I'm glad I did, because he's very hyper. But when I adopted him, the Humane Society said he fell out of an engine compartment, fell out of someone's car. So he got separated from his mom and his siblings, and they named him Rev, and I kept it.
And the car, I like that.
Sweet, I like that. That's
Monica,
great.
thank you so much for the
great.
call. Hope you have a great Tuesday. All right, Mike, last one. Mike, what is your pet's name?
I got just one. Gizmo.
Gizmo. Oh, Gizmo's like a gerbil, I think.
Gizmo's a parrot.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Gizmo's a mogwai.
Well, that's what he's named after.
Okay. Oh.
Nope.
Oh, well, no, he's not just a dog, but he's a pug.
No.
Damn.
But close. So close you almost hit the nail on the head.
What is it?
A Maltese hybrid.
So he's got the big ears.
Yeah. But he's a dog.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
He's a snobby little, jackass. My mom got him because he doesn't have a lot of dander and he doesn't shed.
Right.
That's
great. Do you follow the same 3 rules?
As the mogwai?
Yeah. Do you remember the 3 rules?
Because if you feed him after midnight, he poops everywhere.
Yeah,
If you throw water, if you throw water on him, he gets really, really horny.
Okay.
And then if he eats after midnight, he gets mean. So we have to follow all the rules. He's a chunk too. He's about 15. He's about 15 pounds.
Right. Just tiny little thing.
He's like a furry white bowling ball.
Right. Mike, thank you so much for the call. I love that you said chinchilla. I had a chinchilla back in college.
No kidding.
Yeah. I don't even remember how I ended up getting the chinchilla, but I did. It lived in a cage. It bathes in sand.
Oh.
He had like a little metal box, and you put some sand in there, and they would just go nuts and roll around in the sand and shake.
Do you remember its name?
JD.
JD.
Yep.
All right, that's really cute.
For Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't even know what happened to JD.
Now you would name him CM.
Now I would name him CM for Captain Morgan, for sure. Absolutely. 997 The Blitz.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
The son of the founders of Faith Life Church New Albany now facing formal charges related to child sex abuse. A grand jury indicted Tom Cassie on over 24 counts, including rape and unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. Several women have told investigators Cassie abused them during the time they attended Faith Life Church as children, starting back in 2002 when Cassie was a minor, and then ending in 2011 when Cassie was a 22-year-old. Cassie is in custody. He's scheduled to appear in court for an arraignment hearing tomorrow. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. plans to announce a ban on certain food dyes that are now used in thousands of items. Food manufacturers will be prohibited from using 8 petroleum-based dyes. The exact ones haven't been named. The dyes have been blamed for hyperactivity and other neurobehavioral problems in children. And these 8 dyes are not used in the U.S. products that are shipped to Europe and Canada. Europe and Canada won't allow these 8 petroleum-based dyes, so we have had to make substitutions for international shipping. And now RFK Jr. wants those substitutions made in the ones we keep here in the U.S. Ghost has instituted a no cell phones policy for their current world tour. You have to put your phone into a Yonder pouch provided by the venue before going into the show. And it's been going okay so far, but at the band's show 2 days ago in Birmingham, UK, people were stuck outside waiting an hour and a half to get into the venue because of the phone ban and what they're calling lengthy bag searches. So concert goers were all over social media, and the pictures are just unbelievable. The thousands of people in 2 levels of packed, snaking back and forth lines like you'd wait in at Cedar Point and one of the popular rides. So where there were 2 levels of that, plus the line extended way back down the street beyond the venue. And people are like, I've been coming to concerts here for years. I have never seen this before. And we're unhappy, to say the least, waiting an hour and a half to get inside the venue. I guess Tobias from Ghost said he doesn't want people using their phones. It doesn't have anything to do with copyright. He just feels like you'll have a better concert experience without your phone.
Be in the moment. Don't pay for a ticket and watch the show through the screen on your phone.
Also, I'm paying for clicks. How about I'm paying for a ticket so I should be able to do whatever I want if you're not worried about copyright? And I'm going to have a better concert experience if you don't make me wait an hour and a half in a line.
I mean, again, yes, waiting in line is annoying. I get that.
I don't like people trying to control my concert experience. I bought the ticket. I spent, let's just say, $100 for sake of argument on a ticket. Why are you controlling my experience?
Because you're ruining my experience as the seat in front of me holding up your phone, so I'm looking at the back of your phone instead of the show.
Let's say this. I never film a concert, ever, but I want my phone active in my pocket.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't ever do that.
But most people do.
Yeah.
They got to get clicks.
How are you going to...
I don't know. I don't like people trying to control how I experience something. I just don't like it.
Well, you're not allowed to take a camera. Like a certain camera.
You also have to have
That's on the back of your ticket.
I
mean, for safety reasons.
I'm not hauling a camera in anywhere.
I understand.
But I do have my communication device.
But my point is, they're allowed to say you can't bring this in.
Right, but I don't like when people are like, well, we want you to have a certain type of experience. Well, what if I don't want that experience?
I get that.
I again, not disagreeing with you. And I think there are definitely some things when it comes to, say, you're a parent. Your mom and dad get to get out for a night. You have a babysitter, but you want your phone on you.
Right.
In a God forbid.
Sure.
Totally understand that.
And I get it's my free will. I don't have to buy a Ghost ticket. I get that. You know what it's going to be. You don't have to purchase a ticket for that particular type of event.
Right. But it's like, it's like going to, and even though people do it, you go see like a Broadway show. You're going to go see Hamilton this summer.
Yeah.
Can't take your phone out and just start recording them singing.
I never would. I never do. And I respect that announcement. Always. They do that here all the time. When you go to the symphony, you go to the ballet, you are not allowed to record. I never take my phone out of my pocket, but I want it there. Like, I've got responsibilities in my life where it might be vital for me to get a message if I need it.
How did we survive before cell phones?
Without phones.
I mean, my gosh, man. It goes back to what we were talking about earlier this morning. If you weren't with us, we were talking about things that we are brainwashed to believe we need, and smartphones was one of them.
But again, I don't know. I don't know if that. Well, I don't want to get into the conversation again. Never mind. But I can see your argument. You don't want people telling you what to do. Because you're naturally going to do it anyway.
You're the artist. I guess you're allowed to say how you want people to experience your art. That's fine. I don't have to buy a ticket to it. I'm just saying I think it's funny that people... I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I just don't like it.
No,
that's all there is to
I don't
it.
need my phone disabled. It's my phone. But I also don't need to buy a ticket, so you can do whatever you want.
That too.
Yeah.
But I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Right.
Doug said, guys, just shut the hell up and agree with Kelly.
Okay.
All right. Those are your 3 things.
Thank you. All right, there are 2 types of people in this world when you're a dog owner. Let me rephrase. There are two types of dog owners.
Yes.
In this world. One dog owner is like, my little Fido's just the sweetest, most greatest little doggy ever. Mr. Snooky Hooky Hookums, he's just the most perfect 4-letter furry friend ever. And then other people will fully admit, yeah, my dog's an a-hole. I get it. And here's the thing. We should all be like person number 2. because a study by Texas A&M College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Science found out that more than 99% of dogs in the U.S. have behavioral problems. They collected data from 43,000 dogs of various breeds, ages, sexes, sizes, and locations. Analyzed all kinds of stuff: aggression, separation and attachment issues, fear and anxiety, pooping or peeing inside. And at the end of it all, they found out that 99.12% of dogs showed at least one behavioral issue rated moderately serious or serious. So yes, your dog has got some sort of issue. That's all there is to it. Or at least two problems of moderate or serious intensity. Again, including separation or attachment issues, which was the most common, by the way. Restlessness, pacing, following people around the house, escaping attempts, barking or chewing when left alone. Aggression came next, including growling, snapping, or biting. And then some minor problems included that seemed relatively harmless, but experts say it's still important to work on training your dog.
Yes. Yeah. There are good dog owners and not so good dog owners.
Yes, 100% there are. And there are stubborn breeds for sure. Mm-hmm. But dogs can be trained.
Yes, absolutely.
They want to learn. And some of them can learn some amazing... Cattle dogs are crazy at the things that they can learn.
Yeah.
And how did the chasing and the rounding up and the herding. I mean, it's
mountain
nuts.
curs, same way.
Yeah.
You know, dogs are so smart, and some can be trained better than others.
No, absolutely.
But they can all be trained the basics. And you know, when I talk about like a bad dog owner, we got a neighbor about 3 houses down from us. Their dog is outdoors barking at the back door constantly. You are a bad dog owner. I'm sorry.
Our neighbors up in where we live up in the Detroit suburbs have got 2 dogs that, I mean, if there's a leaf rustling, they're gonna bark. And it's like, no, take your dogs inside.
Well,
or bark collars. Some you got to train. They just can't sit there and bark all day.
Right. And I understand a dog that sees a squirrel barks. That's fine. That squirrel's going to run away. It's not going to last forever. But when you keep your dog outside and it obviously wants inside.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've heard this dog go on for an hour just barking at the back door.
Yeah. 100%. So there you go. Yes, your dog has issues. Train your dog. That's what we're saying. It's 99.7 The Blitz.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, let's make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up this morning. Little tidbits of information you get to take with you wherever you go. And I did not know this, and this seems kind of weird. In Quebec, it's illegal for a woman to take her husband's last name after they get married. Like, she has to keep her maiden name.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
No clue. No clue whatsoever. The term anorexia was created by a British doctor in the 1800s named Sir William Gall. And there are theories out there that Sir William Gall may have been Jack the Ripper.
Like, for
yeah. He may have been the real Jack the Ripper. So, I don't know if anorexia has anything to do with that, but...
The gall of that man.
Right.
I was bad.
The Guinness Book of World Records actually holds a world record for being the best-selling copyrighted book of all time, even ahead of Webster's Dictionary. So the Guinness Book of World Records actually has a record.
Best-selling copyrighted. So the Bible's not copyrighted.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Bible is not copyrighted.
No. How would you copyright the Bible?
Yeah, okay, because that is the number one selling book in the world.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. The human body is continually renewing itself. And actually, I know this. I've read this before, and I also hate this fact because I'm pretty sure this is the reason I'm almost positive I have developed allergies in the past couple years because things are constantly changing and your body is renewing itself. Around 330 billion cells are replaced every day, which is about 1% of our cells. Within 80 to 100 days, 300 trillion cells will have been replenished, enough to generate a whole new person.
Unfortunately, these days they're being replaced with chemicals.
Yeah, a lot of that. And finally, the founder of Timex watches picked the name in honor of his father. And you would think it would make perfect sense. It's a watch. Why not have time in the name? Well, no, that actually has nothing to do with it. His father loved reading Time magazine and using Kleenex. So, Timex.
Oh my gosh.
Is where those watches got their name.
From Time magazine and Kleenex made Timex. Do you remember their slogan?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
That was Timex?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that slogan. Yep. There you go. Learning you some stuff on a Tuesday morning, 99.7 The Blitz.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.